going to try going live here. Zoom was giving me some issues, so let's see if we can't get everybody here. I'm gonna give this a second and hopefully we'll get some folks to join on here. Betty, I hope you can find me. And I might do one more thing just to get a little better angle on the camera here. Jump on, go ahead and let me know. I'll try to get a little better camera angle here. Maybe. All right. Let's try this. Sorry, you guys. We're going to try to get this set up. My other computers seem to want to keep. Alright, let's see if I can back up here a little bit. There we go. Alright, if you are here with me, just give me a thumbs up in the comments or let me know that you're here in the comments. And I'm going to give it just a minute, so apologize to those who tried to get on Zoom. Zoom was not being very nice to me. There we go. All right, Betty, I see you on. Yay! Trying to get this stay nicely. Alright, we're going to try it like this. So I had to switch computers. My other computer seemed to not want to do Zoom, and you can. If you want to just stay in the comments, you're welcome to do that as well, either way. And I was going to give just a minute to see if we get anybody else to join in this way. And we'll try this again. Technology is awesome when it works, and it's a pain when it doesn't. So that is what it is. But we are going to start working on the ribbon basket, awareness ribbon wreath form. And I asked for some color choices earlier, and teal seemed to win out. And so that's what we're going to start with. So grab my poster board. There we go. All right, because I think this will make it easier to see the ribbon. So here's the ribbon. It is a ribbon wreath. I got them at Dollar Tree. And we're going to start by weaving the top section, and then we'll do the two legs, and then I'll show how I've got one done that I'll show to show what I did or ideas for decorating and get feedback on that. So that's what we're going to start with. Put that there. I have got some, I did earlier with 1/4" flat. This happens to be 1/4" flat oval. I wouldn't do it with anything that is wider than that. Of course, you can go narrower, and that makes it easier to weave over the forms. But I am just going to start, and I'm going to place this on here, and then I'm going to just show you. So I am starting it right here, overlapped on the middle frame, and then coming around the inside, and sorry, I'm going to leave it on the inside there, And then I am just going to come around and I am just going to be going over, under, over, under, over, under. And I'm going to push this all the way down so that it is going to come. Let me get this first one in here and just show you where I'm lining it up. There we go. And I'm going to come back around one time. And it is just over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. Okay, let me just show you, and we're going to line it up right down there. So I'm starting right where the bottom of the oval part of the whole ribbon top is, and then we're just going to weave over, under, over, under. So I'll do a couple rows, and then I'll show you up close again. But if you're on and you've done one of these, let me know. And whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on the replay, let me know what, there were, I think when I looked it up, 40 different awareness ribbon type of organizations or support. And so I talked about the 3 I was looking at for today was pink for breast cancer. I think most people know breast cancer awareness is pink. And then purple for domestic violence. And then teal, which is ovarian cancer. And as I was double checking on some of the colors, one of the things I've noticed is that the colors represent more than one type of thing these days. So I said there were 40 listed, but it wasn't 40 different colors. So I'm trying to remember what the other one, teal, was. I think for purple, it is also for prostate cancer. So there, I just got a few woven there so you can see. Just over, under, over, under. Nothing fancy, just flipping the reed over on the ends and then going back the other way. So let me just see. I see, hey Judy, nice to see you on. So tell me, do you guys have a favorite affiliation for an awareness ribbon? One of the reasons I picked teal as a possible one to do tonight is one of my friends has been battling ovarian cancer, and that is teal. So show a little support for her tonight. Hey. I think when I see the comments, they are just a little bit delayed. So I might pause for a moment before I answer you on something. But good to see you, Judy. Always nice. I've got, let's see, we've got Judy and Betty that I know are on. Judy, I know you've done some of the wire wreaths, but have you done a awareness ribbon? One of these? See the, you can see it. So I'm going to get up, let me do one more row here, and then I'm going to show you how I fill in. Because these are not, you can't just go back and forth occasionally. You have to do a little fill in. Get one more here, and you'll be able to really see it. Okay. So let me hold this up. So as I'm coming across, you can see that the space between right here and the space between right here is different. So I'm going to do one more regular row, and then I'm going to do one just up to the middle and back. Hey Dana, welcome. We are working on the awareness ribbon. And so it's going to tuck in there. And we're working on the first section. Let's see. Judy says no candy. No. Judy's done a candy cane, a pumpkin, and crosses. Awesome. Well, same idea, Judy, just with the different shapes. Said Dana, as you're watching, have you woven any of the awareness ribbon wreath forms? All right, let's see. I see a few more people jumping on. Hi, Brenda. So for you guys jumping on Facebook, I had a few issues with Zoom today, so we just came back and just are going to do Facebook tonight. So if you were trying to get on the Zoom, I apologize. It was not being happy. I know Zoom had an outage, I think it was on Friday. During the day I worked for Humana, and we lost Zoom, and that's our primary video type of thing. So Dana said, you've seen them a lot of places. Good. So I got the form at Dollar Tree. So you guys, I don't know if they're in the stores right now. All right, you guys, my start, I didn't do a very good job on my start here because I did not leave it long enough to tuck. So try one more time, see if I can get it to stay. Okay, so I'm just so you guys can see, I just have the end and I'm tucking it under right here. So this is my end and tucking it right under the middle. So, all right, so we're up to the part now where I am filled in up here. I'm going to come across. So it's filled in over on this side. So I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to come back up just once to the middle, and then back down, and then I'll start straight again on this next section. So let me do that and show you. So the other thing, if you haven't worked much with the wreath forms, when you're doing it, you can kind of crunch stuff down a little bit too. So we've got this one spot here, so I'm going to come back up to the middle. There we go. So instead of coming all the way back up to the top here, I'm going to wrap back around the middle one. Trying to do it backwards so you guys can see. And I come back under the middle one. Come in. And then back out on this end. All right, so I'm going to get it nice and tight. So you can see how that's filling in that little slot. And it looks like, I think we can kind of stretch them back out there, and I think that will fill it all in. So now we're going to just wrap around and just start back in this next section. So teal, Dana, is for ovarian cancer. That's one thing that is for. That's one of the reasons I picked it. I was saying earlier that one of my friends and customers has been battling ovarian cancer, so a little bit of homage to her tonight. Let me see, I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments there. So that's the teal, but I said if you look up awareness ribbon colors, I believe teal was also for something else. I know purple is for domestic violence, and it's also for, I believe, prostate cancer. So, you know, some of the colors have dual meanings. Let's see, I had a friend that had that too. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the when I was thinking about doing these, let me just show you guys here. So now I started this next section, so I'm on this section over here, and now I'm just going back and forth, and I'll do that till we start to get up in this curve here. Oops, let me show you. There we go. Up in the curve part, and then we'll add a couple out here again to fill in, and then we'll finish out. So when I first saw these in Dollar Tree, I thought, you know, one, I thought it's always fun to weave on these, but I was thinking these are so personalized that you know, they have a lot of meaning for people. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm ending them. Grab my scissors here. So I like to end, flip it over. I like to end where it is going, it's going on top of the right side. So I like to end it so that I'm on top and I go around, and I'm going to cut this here. I'll show you from the front side. So I'm going to, you guys see that? So I went over here and I'm coming around. I'm going to start my next piece. Get my next piece out here. So I wanted to show you guys how to join. So this is the back side. I'm going to start my next piece. Let me get it started, and then I will show. Just going to overlap. There we go. So if you guys can see, I'm just overlapping right here. And then I'm going to come right over the piece that I cut, and then just start weaving again. So that will keep both ends under control. So let me show again. So here it is in the back. It's underneath that spoke, and then it's going to come, it's going to wrap around. It's going to grab the tail from where I cut, and then wrap around. Dana, you're making me laugh. She said, I'm always impressed how you keep your nails so nice. I have a wonderful nail person who doesn't always agree with you because I am pretty rough on them, but they're dipped, and she does a great job. So like I do have, let me show you, I do have a broken one there. So I taught down at Tennessee week before last, Tennessee Basket Association, and she said to me, I got my nails done right before I went, and she said, why don't we do some nails or some baskets on your nails? Why don't you just bring up some pictures and I'll draw them? And so I'll show you up close. Let's see, there we go. So we get the camera. You guys can see, like, that's my scoop basket. Let's see here. That's my special quarter basket. That's one of the ones I taught. That's an elbow basket, and a market basket that I taught as well. And she just looked at the picture and drew them on my nails. She's amazing. She really is amazing. So, but I am pretty hard on my nails. I don't baby them. As you can imagine, weaving, you can't baby things. And I do use them as tools sometimes, which I know we shouldn't do, but I do. So yeah, but thank you. She is an artist. She really is. So we have fun. She actually enjoys doing my nails because I challenge her with different things. So it's not just doing the same thing over and over again. But she's done some pretty amazing things. So it's fun. I go out on Pinterest and I just look for different designs or pictures, and I send them to her, and she's wonderful. Okay, so let me show you. So we're going, let's see, there we go. So filling in, I don't know if you guys can start to see, but it's starting to, let me try to kind of put it that way. There we go. If I can hold it there. It's starting to get a little bit lower on this side than it is over here. So I'm going to take this next wrap and I'm going to go down, come up to the middle, go back to the outside, and then go back and forth again. But it is just over, under, over, under, over, under, all the way around. All right, so I'm going to, let me do one more here, and then I'm going to take it back to the middle. And come back out. So let me just show you that. So I just came to the middle and then came back out. Thank you, Judy. I think they're pretty too. My nails were fun. My motto is, and people who are around me a lot know this, I say if I'm going to get my nails done, I'd like to have them noticed. So they're fun, they're useful. My real, and they're on top of my real nails, so they're not tips or anything. But my real nails are very weak, and so they break. I bit my nails for a long, long time as a kid and early adult. So they're just not very strong nails. So having the dip powder on them really, you hear that, makes them really strong. Let's see, Judy said, with the pumpkins I found, if I hold with clothespins, it helps shape. Yeah, the pumpkins are bigger, and so clothespins really help kind of hold the rows down as you go across. So if you thought, like, if we were weaving this whole thing, that's a great idea. I think with the smaller space, I'm able just to hold them with my hands. Hey, Mario, welcome. Welcome. So we're doing the, just to recap, we're doing the ribbon, awareness ribbon wreath. I started with this section, and we added in some, an additional just to the middle and back to square up this section, and we just did another one in here as we're starting to go around that round. All right, so I'm going to stop. Let's see, I'm just going to cut this, and maybe we'll just, let me just get this. Do I have any clips? Let me just grab a couple of clips, and then we're going to move down to the legs, or the tails of the ribbon, just so I can show you guys how to do that. Just kind of get this piece. I'm just going to tie it up so I can come back to it. Got that? All right, let me get another piece in the water, and I'll talk about what we're going to do next. So after you go all the way around, you're going to come to here. All right, and then we're going to start working on the legs, and it's going to leave a little hole in the middle, but I'll show you what I did, or my ideas for filling that hole are. So now we're going to come and we're going to go from leg to, or tail, fill out the tail. So we're going to go from this point to the middle, and from this point to the middle, and we're gonna fill out one of the tails of the ribbon. So I want to show you that. Let's see. Oh, good. I see a few more people are joining. So Mary, let's see. Janet, welcome. Cindy, welcome. Thank you guys for jumping on. Let me just get this piece going. All right. So this is where we are so far. I'm gonna hold it up against here because I think it's a little easier to see. So we worked on this first part, I just stopped so I can now show you how to work on the tail of the ribbon. So we're going to do this part where my hand is next. All right. All right, so let's see. We want to start. All right. So I'm going to start this right on top of that middle piece, and I'm coming down to the point. Actually, let me do it on the side that we wove. Let's do it on this side. There we go. All right, so I'm coming down to the point, and then we're gonna just weave up. There we go. We're gonna cover that up, catch the tail. Let me get it wound around here, and then I'll show you that. Okay, and come back around. So let me just get that. Let me get one more weave in there, and then I'll hold it up nice and close and show you what we're doing. So let's see, Betty, I know you are from Arizona, you said, and let's see, Judy is from Kentucky. Let me see who else was on early. So if you want to just pop in the chat, where are you from? Where are you dialing in from? I'm going to come back over here and talk about this. So this is the back side. Let me show you the back side. So I've got the tail on top of the middle spoke, and then I just wrapped it around, came up and over it so it catches that tail, and then around to the other side. And now we're just going to go back to over, under, over, under, over, under. Get that tail under there. There we go. So now can you see? I want to get that up nice and close. There, that's better. So tail is tucked right under there. And then we're going to come back and just go over, under, over, under. And you can already see that we have a smaller space on this side than we have on this side. So I'm going to do a couple of just back and forth to the middle on this one to fill up that space so we fill it all up. All right, let's see. So let me wrap a couple. So drop in the chat. Where are you from? Where are you coming in from? And then do you have an awareness ribbon color that is special for you? I know in my working with a lot of basket weavers, as some of us age, that we have, unfortunately, I've had a lot of friends who have had cancers or have been involved in domestic violence. So there's a lot of different colors that have some special meaning to me. All right, so I'm going to just show you right here. Let me just show you. I'm going to actually come back up on, oops, there we go. I'm going to come back up on this one, and then I'll do another one all the way across, and then I'll do another one, and I think that will fill in that gap. So as you're working on these wreaths, and they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and there are pumpkin wreaths, there are candy cane wreaths, there are round wreaths, and Betty showed me earlier one that she's working on making snowman. So there's one that has the snowman hat, and then she used the bottom one, round one, and actually just did a regular weave back and forth right through the center of it that was just over under to fill in the whole thing to make a snowman, which is really cute. There are witches hats, there are bells, all kinds of shapes. And so when you weave them with a reed, they are not always easy to do. So you sometimes have to just kind of fuddle with the shapes and do some fill-ins like you would do on a oh shoot, like an egg basket or any kind of rib basket where sometimes you have to kind of fill in spaces. You're doing the same kind of thing with the different shapes. All right, my tail came undone. Get back up there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do another full one, and then I will show you again. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay. So I'm not seeing any comments coming through, so I don't know if you guys are commenting and I'm just not seeing it, or sometimes Facebook does that. So if you are, I apologize if I'm not responding to your comments. I'm not seeing any coming through. But if you're sharing where you're from, I'll look at it afterwards. I can see them usually afterwards. All right, so let me show you again. So we are at a space where we have a small amount of space on this side and a larger amount of space on this side. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to come back up to the middle and down to fill out that space. So let me do that. Let's see, I see somebody else joining. Let's see, is it Danita? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a beautiful name. Welcome. We are working on the awareness ribbon basket, and I'm going to show you right here again. So this is a spot. Hold it up there. So instead of coming all the way back up on this one, because this is filled in, I'm going to turn it and come back down here. So let me do that, and then you can see how it's filled in. And this is what I say, you sometimes just have to kind of fuddle with it, I don't know, fiddle with it, I guess. Fiddle with it to get everything filled in. All right, so let me show you. We just completed this section over here, and I added in 2 halfways to make them match up, and my tail might need a little glue if it doesn't want to stay. Usually it just will stay tucked in there. But because I'm showing you guys tonight, they're not, my tails aren't staying tucked. Okay, well, we might need a little glue on that. But anyway, so let me back it up. So let me get my white thing here because I think it's easier to see against the white. So there we go. So we talked about doing the top section. I'm going to continue doing on the leg, and I'm just going to, from this point on, it's pretty straight, so I'm just going to go back and forth and we'll fill it in. And just over under. So I'm kind of bummed I can't see comments. I hope you guys are saying stuff. I saw some comments earlier, but now, let's see. Yeah, no, for some reason, not seeing anymore, but that's all right. I'll just keep talking, you guys. So these, let's see how we're doing on time. Actually, let me stop with this one and show you one that I did earlier, and then talk about the middle section. So let me get a bunch of stuff here. Okay. So this is one I did earlier. So just to show you, I went all the way down. I went all the way down to the bottom, and then I just took the last tail, hold it up nice and close, and just tucked it up under there to end it. So did all the way around the top, and then did each of the tails. So, but we have this hole in the middle here. So I had a couple of ideas. I just went and grabbed some things out of my stash. So one, I had these flowers. I had a couple of them. I was like, oh, I could put something in the middle, you know, just to fill it. And I had these really fun little pips that I thought could go on it. So that was one idea. Would you wrap the center where you didn't weave just to get that woven look? You could. So this is kind of where I'm looking for ideas as well. You could come in and weave the center. You could wrap it if you wanted just to wrap part of it. But I was looking at just adding some embellishments. So that was one. I tried to do a God's eye. I was trying to do a God's eye in this. I thought that would look nice, but it's a little bit oblong. So it's not like a perfect square, so it looked kind of funny to me. So I took that off. I didn't like that. So that was one thing I thought about. I also had some just what's the stuff called? Tulle that had some pinks in it. So I thought we could add something like that, and then see if I can do this. Maybe, whoops, maybe add in. You know, some of these things, and I just curled these around my fingers to give them a little curl. All right, so you can get an idea. Obviously, I didn't finish this one because I wanted to show you guys a couple of options that I was thinking of to add in just to kind of give it some pizzazz. So let's see. And go. Now the comments are coming in. Yay, thank you guys. Let's see. Judy likes the flowers. Betty likes the flowers. Okay. So I was kind of trying to do a couple things. So I thought the flowers were pretty cool too. They're a little more subtle. So maybe we'll tie those on. And these are just some flowers that I had in my stash. I'm a big Dollar Tree person, you guys, and so I love to go in there and look and see things that they have, and sometimes they have some amazing flowers. Sometimes I don't like them at all, but sometimes they have some really amazing flowers. So I always grab them when I see them. Team flowers. All right, looks like the flowers win. And I also had some of this. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see. It's actually iridescent. I don't know if that shows up on the camera, but you know, if I wanted to add a little bit of something in there, could do that too. What do you guys think about the? I call these pips. I don't know what you guys call them. What do you think about adding a few of those on? Give a minute for the comments to catch up here. You guys can kind of see that. One of the things I like for doing this is I like to share ideas, but I would love to see what you guys do. Yeah, you like the pips? Okay. They're kind of fun. They kind of pull the colors in as well. Add a bunch. See if I can let's see if I can hold a few. And one that was taller. Kind of see if I can. We'll pretend they're all attached. All right, so so that was I wanted to make sure I gave you guys an idea. I know breast cancer is really big, which is in October, which seems a little far away, but you know, it's August 1st and I am starting to think about fall. So but anyway, that's the ribbon. You can do them, I said, in any of the colors. I'd love to see if you guys do them. I'd love to see maybe how you tackle the center. But I was thinking if I'm covering it up, I just wasn't going to waste the read on doing that because you wouldn't see that. So, but that's where I got. Just to show you guys can see the little diamond hole in the middle that I thought could get covered up. I also thought about somewhere I have, but I couldn't find them. I think they're either metal or wood, and I can't remember, but that say hope on them. And I thought that would be fun to like maybe, you know, put up on an angle, you know, up on the ribbon as well. So those are some ideas. Hopefully it inspires you guys. If you don't have them in your local Dollar Tree, you can, I believe you can still order them online. You have to get a case, so that may not be practical, but maybe if you got a group that you weave with, then you guys could get a case and then divide them up amongst your group. So that would be fun. And that's what I have for tonight. So let me see, are there any questions? Hey, Darla, welcome. We were just finishing up, but we made a awareness ribbon, and we decided on, let's see, flowers in the center. Flowers in the center with some little pips added in. That was our final decision. Maybe a few of them. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm just going to look for a second and see if there's any questions. I hope you guys do give them a try. If you give them a try, please post a picture for me. I'd love to see them, and you guys can share your work. Hey, Betty, I hope when you finish your snowman that you'll share. I said these frames come in so many different colors, or so many different shapes and ideas. So the other thing I was thinking, so you guys can, because I do try to think outside the box, so besides being an awareness ribbon, you know, if you turn it sideways, it kind of looks like a fish. So I was thinking that might be fun to make a fish, and then you could just, you know, you could dangle a little bead for an eye on here and maybe make a mouth on it. So I always look at these things and say, well, what else is it? You know, obviously the awareness ribbon, but I was like, oh, it could be a fish. So be creative. Share what you're doing. It's a great way for us to learn from each other. And that's how, Betty, I'm glad you learned something. That's awesome. Let me just look through the comments here. Thank you guys for helping me make a decision on the flowers versus the tulle thing. It's great. Always helpful to get other people's opinions. And I'm going to give just one more second for comments. And otherwise, I think we are good. Thanks, Judy. I like the fish idea too. You know, I'll have to do something with that. All right. Well, I'm going to wish you guys a good night. Thank you for jumping on. I'm sorry we had issues with Zoom, but thanks for jumping on the live here. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. If you have ideas of things you'd like to see, let me know. We're doing this every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So adjust for your time zone. And I hope you guys have a great week. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.